Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters, where in the last episode, Grandmaster Kai was far too busy to bother talking to us at the last Grandmaster's report. But now that we have a subjugated demon prince on board the ship undergoing interrogation, you can bet he's going to find time to talk to us today.
Am I to understand that you are harbouring a demon prince on board the Edict? That is an extraordinary measure, even by the standards of this unorthodox campaign. Yes, there are exigent circumstances. I shall trust in your will, but know that you will be judged for any ill consequences.
Chill, Winston. I've got Hector on the case.
The foul beast will not blink without my knowing.
In other news, the repairs to the apothecarium are complete, so it's not going to take Interceptor Storm 84 days to recover from his light wounds anymore. Now with 15 servitors, what else can I do? I really think that we're fast approaching the time when I should get the Void Shields fully upgraded. Actually, the only other thing I can do is improve the Manufactorum, which reduces the time that it takes to get things built with servitors. It's probably one of the things that you should be doing first. Oh well, never mind. Bloom spawn detected. Right. So, what do we got? Let's have ourselves a look around. How bad is it gonna be? Ooh, that looks pretty bad. Is that a Noctilith Crown flowering? Oh, great. And I'm all out of Exterminatus torpedoes. We're going to have to deal with that. I can't afford to let that get away from me. But let's just have a quick look around. What else have we got? Okay, this one's not terrible, but it's not great either. On the plus side, unlike the flowering, it's not inside a warp storm. Which means I would have full access to my prognosticar bonuses for this one. But it's right on the other side of the sector, as is this one. And this one's, yeah, it's only 2, increasing to 3 levels of corruption. I'm gonna have to go for the flowering. And it's inside a warp storm, so no prognosticar bonuses. Oh, hang on, what's this? This looks important.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor. Inquisitor!
I saw it, Ektar. I saw it all.
I thought you lost in the monster's mind.
Almost, perhaps. But I've seen... I've seen how the bloom yet remains so strong.
Analysis.
A weakening Inquisitor. A hopeless cause. It seems your crusade ends here.
Inquisitor.
Its power is drawn from a wellspring within the Empyrean. A network of roots reaching directly from the Garden of Nurgle. Sever these roots, and the seeds will wither. The bloom will dwindle and perish.
That is deep within the Immaterium. Far beyond the Edict's reach.
The Dominus speaks truth. To locate the Garden of Nurgle within the warp would be impossible, even for the Grey Knights.
I have no more insight to offer. We cannot track the remaining Reapers. Nor can we walk into hell itself armed with only faith and fury. Even if we could, no weapon we possess could hope to cut them so close to the source of their power. I see no hope in this.
There's none left for you, Carver. Not even that disgusting Grand Master could help you now.
What did it say?
Contradiction. Caldor Drago travels the warp freely.
Throne!
Additional. He bears the Titan sword.
No purer blade has ever existed.
Uncertain. However, no armament exists on Titan which surpasses it.
We must try to reach him.
Your Supreme Grand Master has been cursed to wander the Sea of Souls. Our meeting on the Craft World was blind luck. We cannot simply shout into the void and pray he answers.
Contra-assumption. Conditions on the Aldari Craft World were novel, but distinct. The birthing of the Reapers echoed through a breach in the warp. Drago indicated being drawn to the phenomenon.
To recreate such a disruption would require a force of extreme... The Prime Seeds.
What? We only hold 3 of those cursed things.
Yes, but each one contains a massive concentration of bloom essence. If I were to destroy them simultaneously, all that vile power would explode in a massive dispersal. It might draw Drago's attention once again.
Insufficient. The Craft World existed within unstable real space. A breach in the warp would still be necessary.
Yes, but if we were able to find a place where the veil between worlds was similarly thin...
Conclusion. The conditions that drew the Supreme Grand Master on the Craft World could be recreated.
I suspect the warp storms that ravage this sector might offer a potential candidate.
An astute recommendation, Ektar. I am impressed. Ugh. Commander, we should set course for the nearest warp storm and scan for the necessary conditions.
This plan is so crazy, it might just work. So that's the interrogation of Cadex complete. Now we have to investigate warp storms, and it just so happens I'm heading into a warp storm right now. I have to deal with the Noctilith Crown flowering event that's taking place inside that warp storm right now. There is another warp storm that might contain a ritual site in the adjacent system, but there's no flowering in that system, so... I mean, I'm a little concerned that I might find the ritual site in this system and have to deal with it at the same time as the flowering. That would be really bad. Okay, good news. No ritual site found. The search must continue. So, there's that. Oh, it's tempting to go and check out the next warp storm over, but no. Got to keep my eye on the prize. Yeah, this is fine. We have enhanced Geller fields installed on the Baleful Edict, so the ship itself doesn't take any warp storm damage. I need to deal with that flowering. The other warp storm probably isn't going anywhere in the immediate future. We can check that out afterwards. So, what do we have here? Well, the armory's still locked, of course. Thanks, Grandmaster Kai, for that, by the way. No, really, we couldn't have come this far without all of your support and assistance. You arsehole. And of course, we are inside a warp storm, so no prognosticar bonuses. I have no idea of what it is that I'm going to face down there. I just know it's going to be bad. We've got a Grandmaster report coming up in 12 days. Maybe the Grandmaster will stop having a hissy fit and give us access to the armory again, although I wouldn't be counting on it. The armory's still locked for another 41 days. Valorous Steed here to extract 7 seeds. Yeah, may as well. That shouldn't be too difficult. I should probably make sure that at least one person has an extractor servo skull, though. So, what is Librarian Foros packing? Let's have a look. What does he have equipped in his war gear? A Medicae skull. I mean, a Medicae skull would not be a terrible idea, since I'm not going to be doing this mission with Apothecary Han, but I have every confidence that my boys can take it. I'm not taking Justicar Balls along on this one, though. I am definitely going to need the A-team for this. The Noctilith Crown flowering missions are always evil. Although I'm kind of spoilt for choice at the moment. Pretty much everybody, aside from Justicar Balls, is rank 9. But I need the big guns for this one, so Paladin Thule it is. Anyway, with the final adjustments made to the squad's configuration and loadout, it is time to kick the fires and light the tyres. Is that supposed to be the other way around? Whatever. Close enough for government work.
Something calls beyond Ektar. The gates of chaos open. The future unravels. Humanity in ruins.
Inquisitor Vakir, you are an agent of the Ordo Malleus. Chaos cannot tempt you.
No! No, it will not. I am the instrument of the Emperor's will. I will wreck the vile edifice with my bare hands if I must.
Inquisitor Waifu, you are such a drama queen. She is so not surviving until the end of this campaign. Ektar is definitely going to have her head on a stick. Anyway, I want to try something new today. It's something I've been itching to have a go of, particularly in one of these Noctilith Crown missions. And theoretically, it should work just fine. I'm just going to move Librarian Foros up and leave everybody else back here. Okay. Warp Rift. So that's kind of unfortunate because it's opened up in front of him. But I'm going to stick with the plan. Ooh. Ooh. Bloom spawns. Chaos seeds. I have to extract 7 seeds. Okay, that's a manhole cover. It's a environmental thing. No, I must stay focused. There'll be plenty of time to pick up seeds later. Oh, actually, here's something I've never tried. I mean, it's worth a shot. Let's move them as far as I can and still have 1 action point left. There we go. That'll do. Can I pick up the Bloom Spore seed with an extractor servo skull? Worth a try. No, I can't. Okay. And now we're going to teleport his ass as far as possible onto the far side of where that reinforcement portal is opening. And then we're going to end the turn. I'll have to worry about that seed later. So, what's coming through the gate?
More of the
Oh, that's really I can see that the forces of chaos start as they intend to carry on here. Fortunately, it's not going for the librarian. That's good. Right. Back to the librarian. And we're just going to run him right the way up there. That's about as far as he can go. Actually, you know what? We'll move him there. Or as far as he can get and still have 1 action point left. That's close enough. Oh. A chaos spawn. That is really bad. That's actually worse than a chaos spread. Right. Gate of Infinity, boys. Let's do this. That dreadnought is just going to have to try to catch up.
We travel unseen paths.
Surprise! It's me! Right. So, what first? We need to clear out as much of this shit as possible because we are going to get reinforcements every turn until we finish the mission. Well, I say we're going to get reinforcements. They're going to get reinforcements, which we will have to deal with. So, Iolanthus is doing the old Honor the Chapter thing, and Interceptor Storm is basically going to bitch slap everything. Although we'll start off by extracting this seed. So that's 1, that's good. Chaos Spawn had a seed on it.
Seed extracted.
Huh. Actually, the Chaos Spawn had more than 1 seed on it. It's now telling me I only have to extract 3 seeds. Well, this is great news. Easy requisition points that I can't actually spend on anything for the next month. Oh, well, never mind.
Is near.
Right then. Yep, plus 3 damage. That's right. Interceptor Storm's on the case. You fuck now, boy. It's tempting to do a teleport strike and try to clear up some of those other things as well, but we're just going to focus on killing this Chaos Spawn because these things are really, really dangerous, and every time you hit it, it tends to mutate. Yeah, we'll go for vulnerability to do bonus damage with every subsequent hit. An extra 3 damage is nice, but an extra 2 damage on every hit is better. I really should have done that first. Okay, we'll go for the plus 3 damage. I've got nothing better. Is he really going to one-shot this Chaos Spawn? Yes. Yes, he is. Right, and now... Oh yeah, +2 damage. This thing's nasty. This is a thing that does that area of effect sort of mortar attack. Anyway, Intercept the Storm's shot his bolt. Iolanthus. Where can we best use him? Yeah, pretty much everything around here is nasty. They either do area of effect sort of mortar ranged attacks, or they do ranged armor piercing attacks. So they all need to die. And let's not forget, we've got a Chaos Dreadnought that teleported in earlier and will be heading in this direction. The Bloom Stem. Yeah, that Foul Eruption's a really, really nasty ability.
You sure, Commander?
Come on, Inquisitor. Can you banish this thing? I believe you can. It does register as a demon. Yes, we can.
To the hell you crawled out of.
Probably done that first.
I am the Emperor's fury.
But, you know, whatever. It's dead. Now let's get this ball rolling. Move it to the point.
Knights, once I begin the ritual, you must keep the demon force at bay. If I fall, then all is lost.
She can start purging the crown while we work on... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Fury of the Ancients. This is why you bring Paladin Thule along. I mean, he's tanky as all hell. But this is what Interceptor Isad died for. So Paladin Thule could do that. That is a ridiculously good ability. Also, he just tends to hit really hard as well. I think he's doing a base 7 melee damage with that Force Pike. Oh, and +2 damage, a lucky crit. So that thing is dead. No need to Force Strike it, it's just dead. And is that everything? Let's have a quick look around. I mean, aside from the... Yeah, I think that's everything. Aside from the Dreadnought, obviously, which is going to take a couple of turns to catch up. Here it comes. Please be out of range, please be out of range, please be out of range. If it's using all of its actions on movement, it shouldn't be able to shoot us. It was not able to shoot us. It does some fairly nasty... Ooh, that's bad. Enemies now explode on death. I mean, the Dreadnought's going to explode on death anyway, but now everything's going to explode on death, so we need to be careful about who we get close to. And I do have a very heavy melee-focused squad, so that's going to be interesting. Right. 6 turns to go. And the Forces of Chaos are getting reinforcements every turn. So, bearing in mind that that Dreadnought is going to be on us next turn. Oh, is that a seed? No, it's a plasma crate. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we're going to need to deal with that Dreadnought. And there are fresh reinforcements dropping in from behind the Noctilith Crown itself. And there will be fresh reinforcements every turn, of course. That's what makes these missions so deadly. So, I move Paladin Thule down as far towards the Dreadnought as he can and still have 1 action point left. We'll use that action point to defend. Now then, Iolanthus. What to do with Iolanthus? I'm thinking it's time for another Honor the chapter on the Interceptor. Because that's always nice.
Yes, Commander.
So I can get him there with 1 action point? Yes. That should get him to within teleport range. I'll do a teleport strike because that does damage as well as moving in towards the enemy. And yes, we are going to warp charge it because these Dreadnoughts are badasses. So that's carved off most of his armour. Now we'll go for Hammer Hand, get ourselves a crit, and armour break, or stun. Ooh, yeah, we'll go for that. Dreadnoughts are really hard to stun, so if you get the opportunity to stack additional stun on them, by all means go for it. I'm not sure we're going to be able to execute this thing though. I don't think I really need to expend more willpower on a Force Strike. Let's think about this. Actually, no, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Another +3 stun. Interceptor Storm crits like a motherfucker. Right. You see, yeah. 2 more hits and that thing's going to be stunned, but 1 more hit and it's going to be dead. So, this is why it's really, really difficult to stun and execute a Dreadnought. Because it requires so many hits that it's probably going to die before you get the chance to stun it, even if you get the stack bonus stun on top of it. Interceptor Storm, of course, still had an action point left, so I can get him the hell away from the Dreadnought before it explodes. And now we need to think about dealing with the fresh reinforcements that will pop through that Chaos Gate at the end of the turn. So we'll move Iolanthus over here. And I'm not sending him down there to deal with them alone. Oh, hello, there's some... Yes, there's a seed down there. But we'll set up Overwatch. And... can probably do the same over here with Librarian Foros. 1 action point remaining if I move into... I want to get him in cover as well, that'll do. He's in good cover there, but of course if you pop out to do Overwatch, it only becomes half cover. Here's hoping we get some melee enemies. Right. That is it. Dreadnought explodes, everything's fine. Turns out I didn't actually need Paladin Tool down there after all, he would have been better over here. What have we got?
We sense them.
That's all melee enemies, 4 Plague Bearers. That's not good. And remember, all enemies are going to explode on death for the next 2 turns. And another Warp Rift is opening right in front of Paladin Thule. Happy with that. Right, Vortex of Doom, while they're all nicely clustered up together. Go Gadget Librarian Foros. This is going to hurt them a lot more than it's going to hurt me. And we should try to pick as many of them off as possible with ranged attacks. Because, you know, Plague Bearers, parries, and also they're going to explode. So yeah, we can shoot them. That's 1 dead. And that's Librarian Foros done. Justicar Iolanthus. Man, there's all kinds of Chaos Seeds down there. Move them as far as we can. And how many can I hit? There we go. They can't parry that. It's got sweeping rend attack. Nice. There's 1 left. 1's no problem. There's more Chaos Seeds down there as well. But anyway. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Noctilith Crown, another Warp Rift is opening. I'm going to try to shut it down with Paladin Thule. I mean, if it doesn't work, it's Paladin Thule. He can take it. We will set up a defensive zone on top of it, of course. Okay. And we've got Interceptor Storm back there. What to do with Interceptor Storm? There was another seed down here. And he has insane mobility. Actually, you know what? We'll worry about the seed later. Let's move him up and, again, just in case this plan doesn't work, we'll cover Paladin Thule with some Overwatch. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that'll do. Right, we're set up. Let's see what happens. So, yeah. It's fairly inevitable that Iolanthus was going to get hit there. There was 1 surviving Plague Bearer. And we've got another Chaos Storm. Which doesn't appear to be triggering Paladin Thule's defensive zone. Why not? Your Knight's heal ability is reduced to 0 for the next 3 turns. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Another Warp Rift opening up over here. We still have 1 Plague Bearer from the first Warp Rift, and now this fresh Chaos Spawn. However, the Chaos Spawn has had the misfortune, even though he got away with not being hit by Paladin Thule's defensive zone ability. I should ask for a refund on that action point. But it is standing right next to Paladin Thule, who hits really hard with that False Halberd and has just inflicted vulnerability on it, so it's now taking +2 damage from all subsequent attacks. Which means it's taken 9 damage from the next 2 hits from Paladin Thule, and that's assuming I don't force it. And if it survives that, and it will because it does have a lot of health, it's not going to survive what happens next. 12 health left. Oh, hello, Interceptor Storm. Oh, wait. They're going to explode on death, aren't they? He's going to have to shoot it. That means when it explodes, Paladin Thule's going to take it in the face. But Paladin Thule can take it. But I don't think he has enough... No, he wouldn't be able to kill it by shooting. Bulldozer doesn't do enough damage, so...
You have been judged.
Did that thing actually explode on death? It didn't look like it did.
Advancing.
Well, if it didn't, I'll take it. Right. Still got one Plague Bearer down at the back there. I'm thinking about what I can do with Intercept the Storm's last... I think Overwatch is probably... It's the only realistic thing that he can do here, so fine. Now then.
What is your will?
Justicar Iolanthus. Shoot that thing, please.
Death to the
I don't want to risk it parrying your attacks. Actually, you know what? Oh yeah, it took 2 action points and 2 shots to kill it. Even if it had parried the first melee attack, the second melee attack would have killed it. So, yeah, whatever, it's dead. It's going to cost 2 action points either way. Seed extracted. Let's get Librarian Foros in position to be able to help out over here with this next Warp Rift. And we will go for an Overwatch. And I think that's it. Oh, and he gets a sneaky Aegis shield. That is it. Enemy turn. Okay, good news, bad news. Good news, one of the Plague Bearers did actually trigger the Overwatch. None of them triggered Interceptor Storm's Overwatch, and he was too far away to benefit from any reaction fire from Interceptor Storm. And Librarian Foros' Stormbolter now needs reloading. However, he does still have plenty of willpower, and they are all clustered up nicely for a Vortex of Doom. But they're also clustered up very, very nicely, not that far away from Interceptor Storm, and only half of my stratagems are locked out. Unfortunately, this Word of the Emperor, the one that puts +3 stun on everybody, that was the one that I really would have liked to use here. Oh, whatever. We'll go for the Teleport Strike. So, okay, he can hit 2 of them. That's good. And I want to have him over here so he can go for the 3rd. Didn't kill them, even though I did Warp Charge it. Oh, there's a Bloom Spawn Spore down there I still need to extract. Oh, only 1 more seed. Oh, we've got this Valorous Steed in the bag. We'll come back to Intercept the Storm in a moment. For now, let's see how many of them I can hit with this Vortex of Doom. Oh, and they're not going to explode on death anymore. That particular boon has expired. And he can hit... Oh wait, there's 4 of them, not 3. There's another one lurking. Alright, tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to reduce them to as low health as possible so the Vortex of Doom kills as many of them as possible. At the moment, it's only going to outright kill 2 of them. So is this going to be enough? Because I don't want to expend too many of Interceptor Storm's valuable action points on shooting things for minimal damage. So let's have a look. Is that going to be enough to outright kill 3 Plague Bearers with the Vortex? Not quite. Whatever, we'll take it. That's 2. So that's 2 points of willpower back for the Librarian.
We slay the darkness.
And he can shoot the other one. Oh, no he can't. The Stormbolter's empty. But he can smite it. That'll do. More willpower back for the Librarian. Back up to 13 willpower. Still has 1 action point. So I'll move him over to where the next Warp Rift is opening because Interceptor Storm can handle this guy by himself. And also grab that seed.
Emperor, guide my hand.
Yeah, we'll disable his melee weapon in case he survives this. He's not going to survive this. That's something that you get to say a lot whenever Interceptor Storm's about to hit something. And that's him done, so I'm going to at least try to extract that seed with Interceptor Storm on the next turn. Let's get everybody back up together. 2 more turns until I can actually start healing people. Having a quick look around for any more Chaos Seeds that I might have missed. And that does seem to be it. Yeah, I think that's it for the end of this turn. Let's get Iolanthus back up here. And the second I can actually start using healing abilities, we're going to get a Medicae Servo Skull. What do we got? Chaos Champion. Not good. But not terrible. I mean, again, these are all melee enemies. So, 2 Plague Bearers and a Chaos Champion. They're all melee enemies. This is fine. We like melee enemies. What do we get in the Warp turn? Minus 50% crit vulnerability for the next 5 turns. Which basically means that the Hammer Hand crit strikes, which I do kind of heavily rely on, Now only give 50% bonus crit for the next 5 turns. Okay. Now, as it happens, I'm moving Intercept the Storm down here to pick up that Chaos Seed. Anyway, and that's right where the next warp gate is open. So. That's the glorious deed done. It is Intercept the Storm, however, and he is wounded. And, yeah, he doesn't have Terminator armor and, you know, bonus health and so on and so on. So let's not push on. I mean, it would have been fun, but he only gets so many reaction attacks against anything moving around him, and there's an excellent chance that whatever comes out of that warp rift could have calmed him up. And he's a delicate little snowflake. And I don't like getting him hurt. So, we're going to defend the Inquisitor. 2 turns to go. We're nearly there. Bearing in mind, of course, that the reinforcements that just popped, they are on the way up here, which is why I'm setting up defences here, because they are melee enemies. And I want to see what pops through that next rift. Here they come, or at least one of them. This is fine. Still miles away. And they have no ranged attacks.
That's it. My ritual is near complete. Hold them back just a bit longer, brother knights. Just a bit longer and we've won.
Chill, Inquisitor. We've got this. And it's more melee enemies. Actually, you know, with 1 turn remaining, they may not be able to reach us in time. Oh, I can heal up now. Yes. That particular curse has expired, so we're going to go for mass purification. I may as well use these stratagems. That's healed everybody. Fantastic. Didn't even have to use the Medicae Servo Skull. I mean, I still can, but let's not. So, Vortex of Doom, now that they're all nicely clustered up, coming through the choke point on the bridge. Yeah, you like that, don't you, bitches? And, yeah, Smite, why not? It's a shame I can only use Smite once per turn. And now, I don't get to shoot anything because I have to reload. Oh well. Well, we'll go for the reload. It's fine. Intercept the Storm. Teleport strike's looking pretty nice. Yeah, let's do it. That's 1 dead, 1 nearly dead. 3 action points remaining. Let's go for the Quicksilver. 5 action points remaining. And as is quite common to say, when Intercept the Storm finds himself in the middle of a whole bunch of melee enemies, you fuck now, boys!
Foe destroyed, Commander. No demon shall avoid.
Oh yeah. The warp surge is up to 70%. I don't care. There's only 1 turn left. There are fresh enemies incoming. I don't care. There's only 1 turn left. Interceptor Storm is doing Intercept the Storm things. Inquisitor Vakir hasn't taken a single point of damage so far. I think that's the first time I've ever been able to say that during one of these Noctilith Crown missions. She always seems to get wounded. How many of them can I hit with the Fury of the Ancients? Well, whatever. We'll warp charge it because it does colossal amounts of damage if you do.
Face your judgment.
Also a knockback, although anybody in Terminator armor doesn't suffer knockbacks. They're just too heavy. Yeah, let's honour the chapter. On Paladin Thule. I want to warp charge it? Why not? This is the last turn. Some bonus action points for the good Paladin. What can he carve up here? Let's go for the Chaos Champion with a hammer hand attack. Bearing in mind that they all have minus 50% crit vulnerability right now. But you never know. No crit. Oh well, never mind. Let's just hit him really hard. That's the Chaos Champion down in 2 hits. And yeah, if he parries this, he parries it. It's fine. And he didn't parry it, so there's another kill. And that is basically it. I mean, I could pop some defences and so on, just in case I have forgotten to do something, but I don't think I have. I think we're going to be fine. Let's just end it, because we're done. Oh, I did miss a Plague Bearer. Ah, but it's Paladin Fool. He's going to be fine. It's barely even going to scratch his armour.
It is done, Commander. The Morbus's advance has been halted, at the least for today.
And that, I think I can quite safely say, is the easiest Noctilith Crown flowering mission I have undertaken so far. I mean, it wasn't any easier than any of the other Noctilith Crown missions. It was the same difficulty level. It's just that my squad are such badasses now that they are just taking it in their stride. Also, I think that little tactic at the beginning with just marching Librarian Thoros right to the Crown and teleporting everybody there is definitely a winning strategy. Show them what they won, Bob. They won nothing. Because Grandmaster Kai is still having his period. Oh well, never mind. Maybe next time. I'm at least racking up the requisition points, so when I do get access to the armory again, I'm going to be making off like a bandit. So, anyway, where does that leave us? Well, it leaves us right next to a warp storm and possible ritual site in an adjacent sector, and with the other two Bloomspawn missions too far away for me to reach in time, which means I have no excuses. Can I get there? It says 10 days left. It does give a lot of servitors. I mean, that warp storm probably isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And while that screen gave me no indication that I couldn't reach that bloom spore in time, when I get back to the star map, it's telling me something entirely different. Yep, can't reach it in time. Well, shit. All of which, of course, means... Oh, hang on. Death Guard encountered.
Information. We have detected an enemy vessel
False
nearby, but it has navigated...
So I cannot now reach that in time, which is a bit of a bummer, because I was hoping to get some... it's the same with the other one. So I now have no excuses. I basically have to go for this. And you never know, I might not find a ritual site in this...
We have identified an ideal location on the planet Sakrista for Vakir to perform her ritual and attempt to draw the attention of Supreme Grandmaster Kaldor Drago. This location has been added to your star map. It is deeply infested with Nurgle's bloom, so opposition is likely to be fierce.
Yeah, thanks, Hector. When was the last time I saved? Because I'm going to be saving before I try this one. Of course, no prognosticar bonuses. Of course, it's the maximum possible threat level. Of course, we have no idea what we're going to face. And not only that, I have no idea what we're going to face, because I have played this completely spoiler-free. I haven't been watching anybody else's videos. I haven't been reading any guides. So that is going to be coming up in the next episode. I'm actually a little bit scared. But we'll be fine. We are the Emperor's will, after all. So, that coming up in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed this one. And as always, be pure, be vigilant, behave.